Glad we're here. Let's begin. So let's just get a sense of the eye being mostly inside the space of the head. And then feeling that space of the head over the space of the heart, which is over the pelvis. And feel that you're inside the entire space of the chest. Breath will help us navigate that, the veracity of that. So as you spread your breath, as you feel your breath moving, contacting the width of the shoulders, interior to the sternum, as the lungs surrounding the heart, underneath the shoulder blades, and even into the arms. So the shoulder joints, the arm, the space of the arm, the space of the hand. We're going to work alternate nostril breathing. I usually give a kind of an on-ramp ratio to get us moving in the direction of 1 to 3 to 2 ratio. So I'm going to say 1 to 3 to 2, which is, what's that? Inhale, 5 count. I'm holding 15, I'm exhaling 10. I don't imagine that is like the starting place for us. So remember that we can do 1 to 2 to 2, 1 to 1 to 2, 1 to 2, no hold. Okay, so there's a number of ways we can ramp into this gently. Select a hand and we'll begin. Let that retention, that hold period, behave like a magnifying glass for you, in the sense of it magnifying those places that are maybe challenging to feel yet as spacious. And then exhale. can behave as a release. Right, releasing what? It's just the gesture. The gesture of release can be enacted anywhere. Go just a bit more. And we'll just finish up the round. And feel for that sense of completion, that sense of shift. We'll set the right leg out straightened. You decide how you want to arrange the left, fold it in or behind hip. Move on your exhale, passing the left hand behind back to thigh or to waistband. This shoulder move should be done with ease. Nothing should feel cranky in the shoulder. Sometimes I'll take my big old strap loop and just loop my thigh to get a much easier hand grab. I grab the C hook. I don't have to grasp as hard. We'll breathe in, and with this left lung, left side heart, And in these few breath moments more, we'll start to recruit the low belly musculature. This will occur on the exhale. Just starting to gather and sense how that low belly can participate in contacting the lower guts. And of course, it's important to release the guts as we're inhaling. Good. Release. Inhale, unwind. If your leg is not in front of your pelvis, let's bring it in front now. We'll grab the strap. We're going to loop up our left shin. And that loop is for now your right hand. So now it's the other arm going behind the back. Again, you can make your loop larger so that right shoulder is in a good spot. Inhale, raising the left arm. I'm going to pause right here in this upreaching moment. So as you're exhaling, fan open the left palm. Fan open the right foot while we're at it. And sending that right elbow down. Inhaling through that, contacting that front side, that solar plexus and diaphragm area. And then exhaling, fold forward. Something about just that sense of being able to contact our inner space. That contact comes with a profoundly deep sense of, we can say like the second person. When we contact, we establish there's a distinct something. And then inhale, we'll come upright. So with that contact, great intimacy, but through distinctness. We'll switch sides. We'll straighten the left leg. Just doing two moves, two poses here. One is we'll be passing the right hand behind the back. We'll go with a big old handle. Exhaling the right hand behind the back. And of course, we can tip or shift our left hand to the ground. I think it's so sweet and wonderful that we can visit so many aspects of these perspectives in this body work. Having profoundly subjective, personal experiences. And within that, as we make these moments of contact, we get to engage with the perception of other, even within our own body, giving everything its distinctness, letting everything have its distinctness. Okay, a little release. If your right foot isn't in front of the pelvis, bring it there now. Additionally, I'm going to shift pelvis to face forward. Loop now is for the right shin, the folded shin, and the left hand. And we'll start with the arm reach, inhaling the right arm up, and we'll remain right here. So my torso is up, my right arm lifts up. And exhaling, I'll send that left elbow down. So the arms are reaching in these very different, almost diagonal ways. And then exhale, we'll fold forward. So when we let things have their distinctness, their otherness, that we can enjoy intimacy with that thing. Where there's fusion or non-distinctness, it's a different quality, it's a different and release. Inhale. We'll let the strap go, the things go. And we'll lie on our back. Bringing the feet up. Inhale the head, the upper back up. So we do create a little rounding of the spine here. And then curl the tailbone so we're getting that round from skull to tail. It's a very subtle flex. Exhale, reach out through the left leg. And as we slightly shift our sternum to face our bent leg, our right leg, lift up extra through that right shoulder, right arm. Sink the belly in and down. Inhale, come back centrally, bend left knee. Curl tailbones. We're going to keep that little flex through the back body. Exhale, reach out through the right leg. And then we turn our chest to face that left thigh a little. Lift up a little extra through that left shoulder, left arm, left elbow. Draw the belly in and down. Inhale, center. Let's just do 4 more per side, and we can do that at our pace. I think everyone, you don't want my pace. You can feel yourself reaching through your right leg and your left arm. And then, of course, it switches through your left leg and your right arm. So I'm just going to keep encouraging this little diagonal correspondence. We'll do one more. We'll work straddle lifting through. So once the legs are raised and the back, the sacrum feels well connected to the ground, left side, right side, contact. We'll separate legs. Inhale, upper back up. And exhale, as the legs outreach, so too, I'm reaching through the shoulder space, arm, the elbow lifts skyward. Sink the belly in and down. Inhale. We'll keep the upper back up. Exploring the space of the abdomen, the pelvis. Exhale. Maybe a little shift in the tailbone. As the elbows reach, opening up shoulder. Reach widely through the legs. And so the hips sink the belly in and down. Inhaling into the low back, low belly. Let's continue. Let's just do about 4 more here, and that will be good. Ensure as you're drawing the belly down, it's the belly. We don't have to harden the front of the solar plexus, that oblique area, those really deep muscles across the bottom of the sternum and the ribs. When we're pulling the belly down, distinctly pull the low belly down, which is different than a big global clench around the front side of the body. Let's get some dolphin in our lives. Because shoulders are cool. Take your elbow clothing off, everyone. The dolphin disrobing. It's probably much easier than dancer and discouragement. as someone reminded me last week. What told tales of dancer and discouragement. All right. Dolphin. It's where we are. Move on your exhale. So this says you're listening to your breath. Exhale the knees off the ground. And maybe these configurations, these poses, are just simply exploratory tools to learn where we can contact. How it is we feel breath touch the space of the shoulder, the space of the rib cage. Shifting weight into the left heel. And as you're shifting weight into the left heel, keep weight distributed, pressuring the all of the ball mounts. Sometimes we shift all our weight to the way outside of the foot, but keep that inner leg, that big toe ball mount connected to the ground. And then inhale, raise the right leg, the right foot off the ground. Exhaling, reach, sending that right leg away from pelvis, away from heart, away from the bottom of your brain, and now you can start to feel around, how does breath contact the right hip socket, the right side pelvic space? And we'll settle the right foot down. We'll put a little extra pressure, weight through the right heel. While keeping that inner ball mound connected to the ground. And then inhaling, raise the left. And keep pressing through the arms, as if actively looking for, sensing space in the shoulders. Sometimes there can be a nice little amount of energy in and around the shoulders. Sometimes that energy is flavored, like it's got an emotional flavor to it. There we go. We'll set that left foot down. We'll set the knees down to rest. All right, when we press up, we'll take a wide stance. We're going to move through some Agni Saro with hand passes. So before we get into it, the directions that will move the hands: up, out, forward, and downward. And I'll talk through it. Horse stance it is. So we'll inhale, bringing both hands up to heart level and turn them up. And with the feet active, exhale, the arms straight up overhead. And we're exhaling everything out and then drawing the belly in and releasing it. Several times, in and release. In, back and up and release. In, back and up and release. Inhale, bring the hands around to heart position. And this time we'll exhale the hands out to the sides. Stay empty, drawing the belly in, back and up. Release. Agnisara. So we're empty of breath as we're kind of moving and massaging, right? Okay, inhale, bring the hands overhead, over midline, and from heart, exhale, arms forward. Stay empty. Get 2, 3, 4, 5 of these little slow Agnisara motions. There you go. And then turning the palms up, inhale, hands toward you. Exhale, palms, arms down. Great, we'll do that once more. Inhale. Hands up to heart, turn the palms up, exhale. So if you want to go a little bit more swiftly or more slowly with the Agnisara, power to you. Sometimes the inquiry is, what am I moving? Can I get something to move? When something moves, can I feel that? Hands out to the sides. Third is hands forward. We may not be perfectly in sync, but finally hands down. A good way to move energy. We'll straighten the legs, heel toe out of there. We'll stand at the top of mat. And we'll resume that Ujjayi breath. And with feet active, inhale, and bring arms up. Feeling the ribs grow away from the hips somewhat. Exhale, fold. Softening eyes. Back of head. Lunge, inhale, we'll step left foot back. Sure. Please hands down. Exhale, right foot back. Lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhaling, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, lunge. Hands to ground. Exhaling, right foot forward, fold. Inhale, stand, reaching. Exhaling, hands to heart. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach out. Exhaling, fold. Right leg this time. Inhale, right foot back, lunge. Hands to ground. Exhaling, step left foot back. Lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhaling, downward dog. Inhaling, right foot forward, right between the hands, lunge. Hands to ground, exhaling, left foot forward, fold. Inhale, stand, reaching up. Exhaling, hands to heart. Chair pose. Inhale, bend knees, reach arms overhead. And not only the arms, lift, grow the ribs away from the lap. Exhaling, fold. Releasing through the neck. Monkey, inhale. And exhale, step or lightly jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Sure, you can use cobra. And exhaling, downward dog. We'll pause, remaining in downward dog. And once we feel the weight of the head, the neck, grabbing the ground such, pressuring the ground with your palm muscles. I start to feel the motion of the shoulder blades around the rib cage. And start to bend the elbows, and we're moving into turbo dog. And as I'm moving into turbo dog, I'm gathering and engaging the armpit, the deep kind of chest, obliques. It's kind of that musculature that's lower than the armpit and just a little bit lower than the chest. There you go. That's it. How free for the neck. How free. Exactly. Inhale the right foot forward, warrior one. Actually, we're moving directly into twisting warrior. So as we're exhaling, we'll go left arm over right thigh. And the left hand for now can make a fist. We'll press the right against it. However the left leg is situated, or I should say foot, reach to that left leg. So if the heel's off the ground, reach through the heel. If the foot's on the ground, reach for that center of heel, that outer edge of foot. Twisting extended warrior. So one option is to set the left knee down as we're setting up. On exhale, once we decide on our legs, left armpit moves down to the thigh, right arm reaches overhead. Again, this can be done with left knee down on the ground. If the left arm, something about the shoulder, it doesn't go to the ground, sometimes just crossing that arm in front of the shin will work all right. Or getting the hand to a block. And now reach that left leg from the right arm, from that left leg. And breathing into the back of solar plexus, which is the back of the diaphragm. It's where that mid-back starts to become low back. Inhaling, unwind. We'll set hands down. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. And exhaling, downward dog. We'll pause in downward dog. Turbo dog is an option you can take if you want. But I just want to pause for a moment to give us kind of a reconnect where we can feel our breath pervading that inner space of the body, all the way to the chest wall, all the way to the ribs, to the spine, to the guts, pervading the space of the shoulders. So how we're experiencing this interior space, how we're feeling the shape of our breath, is really a discovery in kind of how we've designed our various constrictions and openness. And the good news is design. So inhale, left foot forward, twisting warrior. As we exhale, we go right arm over left thigh. Whatever contact right foot makes with the ground, I can reach to that leg energetically. Twisting extended warrior. So moving on exhale, let's slide that right armpit down, reaching the left arm overhead. There's all sorts of possibilities for this right arm or shoulder. We don't need to crank any shoulder parts. As the right leg reaches back away from the pelvis, the left arm can reach away from that right leg. And inhaling, unwind. Hands under shoulders, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. As I move the shoulder blades around the ribs, it's kind of that front body engagement that gives my spine a little more of that spread out feel, meaning it's not the spine that spreads out, but all the tissue. Sometimes the ways that we cluster our structure around. So just a moment of clearing. All right. I'm going to do two things, just kind of flying on the, riding on the tails of yesterday's practice. So we'll be moving from vertical splits to twisting scissors. Inhale, step your right foot forward. Now, if you need blocks or a wall to do vertical splits, please do blocks, do wall. As we're inhaling, I'm setting the left foot down to prepare twisting scissors. If twisting scissors isn't going to work for you, maybe you're not doing weight on your shoulder or hands, maybe you're in a chill environment, you could do twisting lunge interlock. in lieu of twisting scissors. And then the brief rundown here, twisting scissors. I've gone left elbow over right thigh. Initially, my hips can bridge my triceps. As we're reaching those legs out, same cue with the inner legs. So I'm kind of tweezing my right thigh to the sky, tweezing the inner left leg, reaching it back. I want to look and see what you're doing. There you go. Give another moment. There's flight. There you go. And then as we exit out, we'll step back into downward dog. And revisiting turbo dog might actually be nice for the shoulders. All right, vertical splits. Inhale the left foot forward. We're raising the right leg. As we're getting into these different configurations, you find that your breath contacting this interior space of the body, does that change? Is that changing? So in vertical splits, do I have that a similar deep access? Contact. The back of the neck, contact through the chest wall, the back wall. Twisting scissors or twisting lunge interlock. Inhale, we'll set that right foot down. We'll set I'm going to set my right knee down. This time, I'm going right armpit over left thigh. For some of you, it's the hands reaching. For some of you, it's the flying. We'll exhale into downward dog. Step feet forward, and we'll squat down. Or I guess malasana. We'll do one more around each leg. So I'm not going both arms around both legs. We can save that for a day when it's much warmer. So if we start on the right side, bring my right arm inside my right leg. And then there, and again, depending on the shoulder, Because maybe I just kind of grab my ankle. Pass that right hand behind to the about hip area. And the left hand I passed just to the back, connecting hands. I left out all the details about the heels being down and the feet being close together, but let's just play that. We know that. So this goes a little differently than like a wide squat. This one I am trying to bring the feet in, close, close, even together. Gradually, eventually. I'm going to release, inhale. I'm going to go palms down, exhale. I'm going to just straighten the legs, folding. And then inhale, we'll re-squat, adjust feet in if you need. And we'll go to the other side, exhale, half Pashasana. We got the left arm encircling the left shin, the right hand goes behind back. Keep flirting with that backward fall feel. Release. Inhale, unwind. We'll set the hands down, exhaling, straighten legs, folding, releasing the weight of the head. And then we'll rebend, reseat ourselves. Shavasana. Time flies. So let's rest about it. And just one final kind of feeling moment. And just reiterating so you have a chance to just sense how that goes in your body. Right, as we're concern ourselves with the sense of this interior space. We can start to feel there's a kind of a contact. A way that we're inside our body that feels like we're in, pervading, touching, contacting our head, our eyes, our face. Our throat, our voice, our neck. Our shoulders, our arms, our heart. Our abdomen, our low spine, our pelvis, our hips, our legs, space of our knees, feet. And this contact both allows us to feel exquisitely intimate with what is. And it allows that to be distinct. When we grant someone something, their distinctness, it's there, it's then that we get to hear their unique, their voice. When you're ready, bend knees. Turn to side, use palms. Smooth press. Be smooth, daddy-o. Love y'all so much. Namaste.